Hello friends, welcome once again to Rick's Garage. Today I've achieved a bit of a milestone on my YouTube channel. With this video, this happens to be the 100th time I've welcomed you to Rick's Garage. Yes, this is my 100th posting on YouTube. Today I'm replacing the shocks on this Ram 1500. Now the easy thing about this job, it's not a four-wheel drive, it's only a two-wheel drive vehicle. Had it been a four-wheel drive, it would be a monster of a job. You'd have to remove the steering knuckle, knock out a ball joint, separate the axle. It's a real bear on a four-wheel drive. So being that this is only a two-wheel drive vehicle, there's only 3 bolts to undo and the shock falls right out. Very quick, very simple. Now off camera I went ahead and jacked and supported the vehicle. I don't know how well you can see this, but I've got little pads that I made up to protect the asphalt. I spent a lot of money having this driveway paved and I don't want to dent it all up with my jack, so I've got these little pads that I made to keep the jacks and jack stands from damaging the asphalt, especially on a hot day. So I've got 2 systems holding up the vehicle. I've got a jack stand in the front, and I'm also being supported by one of my Daytona jacks. I always want at least 2 items holding up the vehicle. It's much safer that way. It's unlikely that both are going to fail. Okay friends, off camera I went ahead and removed the wheel, and I sprayed a little penetrating oil on all the nuts and bolts that we have to undo. So we're ready to take off this top bolt. Now there's another milestone here in this video. Not only is it my 100th posting on YouTube, but this is the first time in 40 years that I've actually used a 9mm socket. This top hex here to keep the thing from spinning, believe it or not, is 9mm. So we're going to go ahead and try to loosen this up. I've got a long reach 18mm wrench, and I'm going to put the 9mm hex socket on top, and we're going to see if we can break this loose. Boy, that's stubborn. That is really stubborn. There we go. All right. We got it loose. Thank God they put a hex on top of this so we could keep the whole thing from spinning. So now that I've got it loose, I'm going to go ahead and put a ratcheting wrench on there. This is an 18mm ratcheting wrench. Got it the wrong way. Put this back on. And we're just going to crank this thing out. Turn it easy now, we don't need to hold it. Probably undo it with my finger. Yep. Okay. And now we'll remove the rubber bushing. Now when we undo those 2 bolts on the bottom, the whole thing should just drop right down. Now we're going to zip off those bottom 2 bolts, and this shock should quite easily drop right out of there. And as expected, here it comes. So that was easy enough. Now we just got to install a new one. All right, we're going to go ahead and push it right up through the bottom, just the way it came out. And we're going to get those 2 bolts started. I'm not going to tighten them all the way. We're just going to snug it in there until we get the bottom bolt, the top bolt nut in. All right, I'm just going to give them a quick little shot Not going to tighten them all the way, just to... Alright, I didn't tighten them all the way, I just got it in there so it won't fall out while we're working up top. So now let's go up top and we'll install the top bushing and the nut. Alright, so now we're going to install the bushing, center it over the hole in the frame of the truck. Put the cover on, the top washer. And the problem we have right now is this is not sticking up far enough to get the nut on. So what we've got to do is get another jack and compress this spring a little bit so we can get that to poke through a little further. So we're going to do that right now. Alright, let's see if this works. I've got a jack under the control arm. And we're going to jack up a little bit and see if we can get that nut started. And it looks like we're going to be able to now. Yep, very easily. Okay, so that was an easy fix. Just getting that, make sure it's centered over that hole. And the, when we removed the old shock, it was an 18 millimeter. The nut that came with the new shock is a 17 millimeter. And that top hex was a 9 millimeter. Well, on the new shock, it's a 8 millimeter. So I just want to make sure that thing's good and centered, and it is. All right, so I'm going to release this jack. We don't need it in our way anymore. So that's what you got to do if you don't have enough threads to get that nut started. Just put another jack under the bottom control arm. So we're just going to tighten this down, and now it's already starting to move, so we're going to put our 8 millimeter on it. Right about there. Okay. So we've got this thing installed, and that's about it. I'm just gonna off camera double check the bottom two bolts to make sure they're tight enough. We're gonna call this job done. I'll put the wheel back on off camera. So for the 100th time, I want to thank you for watching Rick's Garage. Before I go, I'm gonna post a couple of videos to your left. Feel free to click on either one of them. And to my right will be my avatar in the form of my trusty German Shepherd. Feel free to click on that to subscribe. So thanks once again for watching Rick's Garage. And it's my sincere hope that we will indeed see you again sometime.